As a small child, I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I grew up believing there was something wrong with me. I was the one in school who was in trouble for being hyperactive. However, I learnt that when I was hurt or sick, people had to care about me. If I pleased people, they wouldn't be angry with me like when I was the naughty kid in class. As I headed into my teens, I realised that sickness was a way of receiving positive attention. I felt I needed more of a story. I began self-harming and using that as a way of getting attention. I began making up stories that became bigger and badder so that the attention would stay on me. I was in and out of hospitals and learned about eating disorders and developed anxiety and an eating disorder that became so severe that at one point my heart stopped. I couldn't imagine my life without being sick, and it defined me. I had no idea how to escape.
My life before Destiny was one filled with emptiness and meaninglessness. I was desperate and lost. My soul was broken and I was completely overcome by feelings of deep sadness, hurt and loneliness, even when I was surrounded by lots of people. Alcohol became my solace, my way of coping with feelings I didn't know how to deal with. Physically, alcohol had become my daily need. It had ravaged my body to the point where even washing my hair was an ordeal. I had lost all hope and was in despair. I was totally out of control. I was incapable of making even simple decisions. I had lost employment, respect of my family and friends, and I knew that without help I wouldn't make it.
Because of Destiny Haven, my life is changed forever. Destiny allowed me to realise in my own time that I don't need some big story, illness, or something wrong with me to be cared for, loved, accepted, safe, or to have the attention I have craved all my life. For the first time in my life, I have experienced what I thought was impossible. I've come clean and been able to be completely honest about my past, and guess what? I discovered I'm still loved and accepted. I've learned to take responsibility for my actions and for my life. I'm discovering that with responsibility comes independence, and before coming here, that was definitely the last thing on my mind. Most importantly, I've been introduced to Jesus. I haven't quite got it yet, but that's okay. Every day I'm learning about who He is and who He says I am. The more I do this, it's clear that I can't do it alone, and that this identity He wants to give me is better than any story I had or could ever create. I don't know where I would be without Destiny Haven. To say I'm grateful doesn't even come close to all this place has done in and for my life. I'm no longer obsessed with everything needing to revolve around me. Instead, I'm learning that regardless of what I've done or what I believe, my story can help others if I let God use it. I'm excited about the future and now live knowing that God created me with a purpose and freedom to just be me.
I don't recognise the girl that walked through the gates of Destiny Haven over a year ago. I was so self-absorbed and caught up in my own shame and guilt that I didn't realise the impact that was having on me. Now that the fog has completely cleared, I'm actually responsible for myself and my own choices, and I realise now that this new and positive mindset is more than temporary. I really feel that it's the structure of the program and the process of time where my healing really began. During the program, I had weekly counselling, we had group sessions and Bible studies. Most of all, though, it was the unconditional love and the grace shown to me by the team here at Destiny Haven that really laid the foundations for me to explore who I really was and to rediscover my true identity. I knew I was always searching for something that was deeper than just existing, and I always knew that there was an emptiness inside of me. I now realise that was a God-shaped hole. Through God being the centre of all things here at Destiny Haven, in time I came to feel that I wanted Him to be that for me. I wanted that personal relationship, and I knew that doing life my way only ended in disappointment and hurt. Since making the decision to give my heart to God, I've found peace in that surrender. There is hope for my future. I have confidence in my God-given identity, and I feel as though I'm no longer alone. I've completed the program at Destiny, and in this new season of my life, I am continuing on to volunteer here. I know I can't help but give back to the place that gave my family and I so much. Life no longer seems hopeless. The clarity in my mind is so refreshing. I know that it's the presence of God that has changed everything. I finally believe that my past no longer has to define my future.